Hello guys, welcome. This is me, Abhinay, your own technical analyst from CK Crew. From now onwards, I will try to make a weekly video that which will be Discord exclusives, and in those videos, I will try to tell you how I look into the markets and how I try to predict various moves which with before they happen, and after that, I will try to tell you how I am looking into the markets currently and what I expect from them now. First of all, these videos all will be educational. These will consist none of the financial advice, and all the investment suggestions or investment decision which you took should be your own responsibility. In these videos will be Discord exclusive, and only those who have link of this video can access to these. First of all, let me tell you. Uh, First of all, let me tell you that I have some disturbance going on around me. So sorry for the background noise. Sorry for some noise if you hear in the background. And I have some mild cold. So sorry for my voice. And I don't speak English regularly because Hindi is our national language and I live in a region Punjab. So I am used to speak Punjabi. So if I flicker somewhere in the videos, then I apologize for that in advance. First of all, let me tell you how I approach a chart or of any stock or crypto, whatever it is, when I see it first time. For the first time, what I see is its market structure. What structure is it following, or you can say what trend is through it is going. For example, let me take BTC USD chart and it's its monthly chart. We have turned log on because if we turn off log, then you can see we can see nothing. So I turn log on. And first of all, what I see is what is the macro trend. And you can see that we are making here low, high, high, low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, and higher high. So we are here in an uptrend on a macro level for BTC. So which means that BTC needs to close a monthly candle below this level, below 3124 for turning bearish in the monthly level, which I don't think will happen. And many will call this as a structure that this is a higher low. Let me tell you that this is not an higher low on the monthly time frame, because if you see, this structure took almost an year to complete. This structure also took, but this structure was only of three candles. So this is an indication that this structure, this three candle structure, is an internal structure of internal structure of monthly time frame, means it could be a structure of weekly time frame, to which we will jump now. Let me check if stream is going right or no, recording is going right or no, because yesterday I recorded three times and none of them went right. So recording is going right. So let me turn it back into the chart. And in the weekly, we can see that last uptrend began from here, and you can see we had our low here, high here we had our higher low, here we had our higher high. This can be classified also as higher high because the structure is almost same. You can say leave it. I will have to show many things, so I will, for easy understanding, I will start structure from here. You can see here we had our low, here we had our high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, low with swing failure but didn't closed below. And those who are following me in this Discord from since very beginning must have know that I only consider body breaks through the lows or highs as break of structure. I don't consider big breaks as a break. And then we had our again our high, and now we are searching for our higher low. This is not an higher low because you can clearly see that we didn't broke any of the structures in this here. So we are searching for our higher low somewhere here. Okay, in the weekly time frame. And if we shift into the daily, Here you can see we had a very nice uptrend going on here. Had a very nice uptrend going on here from here, like high, low, high, higher, low, higher, low, higher, low, higher, low, higher, low. This was weekly structure, so I won't mark it. Then we had our higher high. Let me show this. Then this was a, remember this, keep this in mind that this region was our weekly structure, was of the weekly structure, and we had our, from here we had our, this was the low of the weekly structure. We had our higher high because it broke this high, had our low, higher high, higher low, higher high, and here it goes. Here you can see that this candle broke the, this candle broke it, broke this low and also closed below this. So this was a legit break of structure, and here we turned bearish into daily, and this was the time when I was saying in CoinSkid Telegram that we might see a dump to 32k or 38k region soon, but till then nobody was taking me seriously. Leave that. And here we had, you can see simplest way to see where price could return to make a lower high is 0.618 and 0.5. So leave that. We will talk about that later. And then we had the continuation of the downtrend structure on daily time frame, where here where we had our high here, lower low here, lower high, lower low, lower high. This is not lower high still because this is not broken. This low is not broken by a daily close. So we had our this, but this was not a structural break because you can see this is just a break by a wick candle didn't close below. So this should be considered as a stop hunt. And then we had our range going on here. Again attempt to break the low again, which failed, didn't broke the low of the wick, closed above. So what we got here was another swing failure to that low, and from there, so this is not our high, still our not our lower high. Then we got our price here. This was not our lower high. Our lower high was this. So to shift structure in daily time frame, we had to tackle these highs and close above this. And you can clearly see that these bunch of candles closed above it, and we got our break of bearish structure in daily time frame, and we created a new higher high. And after that higher high, now we are searching. Sorry, that was in weekly time frame. And after that higher high, we had a retrace here. Let me clean it up. We had our retrace here, and then we make another higher high. You can see we had break of this high with this candle, and we had our higher high. But then we broke this low and created lower low, and this was a low high. This is a, actually you should see this structure in 4 hour time frame to be more precise. You can see this was the daily high, and then we broke the structure bearishly, and now we are returning to the region from where weekly structure turned bullish. And for weekly, we have a weekly order block sitting right here, and we could modify it, or you can say make it a smaller region where we could see, from where we could see structure shift. And what we get is this region. This region is an important region and we should get structure shift from here. But in case if a candle, a weekly or two daily candles close below these lows, then that would be a big concern, as that would break our market structure in various types, in various time frames, and we will have more bearish bias than bullish. So you should have known why I'm sticking to my bullish bias and why I think we should see a bounce from here, a healthy bounce from here, which hasn't come till now, but I expect it to come in the start of next week. And on the 4 hour time frame, we can see that. Let me check the recording first. Yes, it's going fine. And after that daily, we have known that daily and weekly structures are trying to find their higher lows. We shift on the 4 hour structure and try to look how they are looking. And in the 4 hour structure, what we can see is, here we had our high, here we had our low, but this was not the lower low, because you can see that this was the low before that high was made. So to to break the structure, means so to become bearish in 4 hour structure, we need Bitcoin needed to break that low, which it did. So its low becomes, this one instead of this, because this broke the structure and this is a legit low. And after that we had our low high, lower low, another low high, another low low, another low high, another low low, another low high, another lower low, another low high, another lower low, and now we are searching for another lower high if this bearish structure is to be continued. But I think this bearish structure will be taken down, and why I think, I will tell you now. If we shift into the 1 hour time frame, what you could see is, on the 1 hour time frame, since this high, we were in a downtrend. This was the original high. This was swing failure, so this is not considered as a low. I would consider this as the low, and then we had a break of structure on hourly time frame. This was our low. This was low high, low low. Here we had our low high. Here we had low low, low high. Here we had another low low, low high, low low, low high, lower low. This was on 4 hour, which I have shown you. And now if we clearly see into the 1 hour time frame, here you can see is all these have bearish structures on 1 hour time frame. Internal structure of 4 hour means structure in 1 hour time frame. I use 1 hour time frame after 4 hour. You can use various depending on your own analysis or what trade plans you make. And here what you can see is, on the 1 hour time frame, we are following the downtrend. But in this last drop, what we had this what we had here was, and let me tell you something first. Many will consider that this was this high was taken. This high was taken on various exchanges. Here you can say that this high was taken, and so this should be a high than this. But let me tell you, first of all, this high wasn't taken. As you can see, there was just a wick, and I would consider this as a stop hunt or liquidity grab, whatever you wanna say. And second thing is before this before this low, the lower high we had was this one you can see here. So to turn our structure bullish, we had to break this high, not this one, because this was not our legit higher low till then. This would only be a legit higher low once this high could have broken. But as this high wasn't broken, so this is just a lower high or a stop hunt, whatever this was a low high, this was just a stop hunt, which you can, whatever you wanna say, you can. And from here, in the internal structure, what you can see is here we had our high, here we had our low, low high, again lower low, break by body, lower high, lower low, lower high, and all these are wicks. So I would consider only this low as not, as this structure is not broken. See this, all these are wicks. This is wick break, wick break. You can call it stop hunt, whatever you wanna say. And then we had this high. Here, what we had is we broke this low, we broke this high with candle closings in various time frame. We did even close the daily time frame candle above it. So chances of this break being a successful break of bearish structure and turn of bullish structure into the early time frame is very much. And now we are just searching our lower higher low to make another higher high till a candle closes below this low. I hope you have understood now. And the easiest way to see where we can have our retracement for a higher low is pull down a fib, as this is the start of an uptrend. So this would be likely and wave one, which I will talk about later in later videos. Wave one usually retraces at 0.5 and 0.618, so you could use both or use just this golden pocket 0.618 and 0.65 for the entry. Clear invalidation of candle closing below this, and your targets will be, first target would be the original high, these are this high we made, and another targets would be the fib retracement levels on higher structure. We have bullish structure on 1 hour time frame, and now we will try to tackle highs on the 4 hour time frame. So we would use 4 hour structure, fib on 4 hour high to low fib retracement levels, and our next targets would be 0.5, 0.618, 0.786. And if we break this structure into the 4 hour time frame and get bullish confirmation of there, then we can re-enter on the retrace, re-enter on a retrace, which we where we get our higher low in the 4 hour time frame, and then we can again use fib retracement tool on daily time frame to see, to get our targets. This is the most basic way of looking into the charts or looking for swing trades if you don't wanna take so much stress as a scalp or intraday trading. I hope you would have understand this the concept of market structure. Now I will tell you what I think is going through the Bitcoin in the weekly time frame or in the current time frame, and how I expect things to play out. This is the chart which have been shared to you various times. What you can see here is we had a break of bearish structure on the early time frame, which I have shown you earlier in the video, and you can clearly see we are searching over our higher low here, And the most basic thing to look for a retracement if this is an ABC correction is one-to-one extension that is around 41069. However, it is not necessary that it will retrace there, but still chances are there. Also, one thing that why I think this is the region from where we should see the shift in market is because this being an weekly order block. About order blocks and all these things I would talk about later. And here you can see that we have got the bullish structure in the 1 hour time frame, and currently we are looking for our higher low here to make our higher high. What I would expect then is for price to fill these inefficiencies in the 4 hour time frame. This is the pure imbalance going on right here, and I expect price to come at least to fill these imbalances where we would face our resistance. Let me correct it. For now, the key resistance for us should be this this negged point of control in daily time frame. Neg point of about volume levels and neg point of control I will talk in later videos, but you can use VPSV named indicator in the trading view if you wanna use them. I use ExoCharts name software for digging more deep into the volume analysis. But if you are a swing trader, you don't need those. TradingView paid version gives you the enough data of volume. And here you can see we have our neg point of control in daily time frame here. Here is the order block in the 4 hour time frame. So for me, instead of 47,400, now 46,500 to 46,700 region will be a key resistance region, and flip of that would be a big sign of strength and would mean that we could next go to target these regions. Like if we get flip of this as a support, those who wanna get into a day trade or wanna look for a level to trade can watch out for this region, which I told you that 46,300 to 46,500, 46,500 to 46,700. That when price reaches here, how it reacts here. See, we don't need to know what price is gonna do there and how it's gonna react there. What we have to do, or how I would approach the trade if I get a chance, I would not preset bids. I would wait for price to come there, see some reaction here, that what is going on, how is the volume, if rejection is coming or not. And then if I see the rejection, I would simply enter, have my clear invalidation. Suppose price reached there, passes it, then we have seen the rejection, price is here. What I would do, I have seen the rejection, then I will enter here. My stop loss or invalidation would be a close above this candle, and my first target would be simply the VWAP. I use VWAP as my TP1. You can also use it. This my settings are default for VWAP, but I have turned the bands. You can use your ones if you want. And my first target would be VWAP. And then what I would do is I would place fibs. For example, just imagine that this is our high, this is our low, and we made high from here. Then what would be my target? Suppose VWAP was around here, around 2.36. I got my take profit one. Then I would take my second profit or second partial here at 0.382, where I would where I would readjust my stop loss either at break even, either at profit. by which I would have a winning trade even if we don't get structure shift in the whole time frame. Means to say, we don't get the structure shift into the hourly time frame and we get smashed through there, smashed through this. See, nobody knows is if price is gonna smash through or it's gonna come back. So if price goes back down and we don't smash these highs, then what will be remaining? I don't, I haven't closed. What will be mine? That mine profit that I haven't closed full position, and as I have taken partial profits, I would be in profits even if the price goes down. Same way, if you have, suppose if you have entered at the golden pocket zone here in the this one, this candle, the swing failure, which you can see this candle swing failure, this low came swing failure, and here we had a rise. Suppose you entered here after seeing that bounces came. Suppose you entered here, you had a clear invalidation here, you have booked your TP1 here at the VWAP, and now what you have is some part running and some profits have been booked. You have your clear invalidation, you have left your position with the stop loss below these lows, and if that triggers, then you come out of your position with some profit or at break even because you had already booked some profits. And if it doesn't smashes through these lows, then you have your next target sitting around 44,800, those highs around 45,900, and then again booking profits again and again and re-entering and again. This is what I do and what I think you should also do with your own trading strategy. One thing which is looking concernable to me is the volume. See, if you shift into the daily time frame, you can see we have whenever BTC retraced to a higher time frame structure level, we have seen buy volume coming on these support levels. Here you can see when we had over 28,800 wick. Here you see in the buy volume coming. Now again after this 29,000 we had this huge buy volume coming. Then here we had this spike in buy volume, and in the easiest way, if you don't wanna look at this, then you can turn this on. I use it of different color so that it could be clearly visible. You can see that buy volume coming came past the 20 daily moving average from the volume of the Bitcoin, but this time not enough buy volume is coming and we haven't seen any good spike in volume. Here you can see volume spiked for few days and we had our nice run. Here volume is tailing off, still tailing off. So we need volume if we wanna continue the uptrend and wanna tackle the highs on the higher time frame. Okay, above levels are still the same, but for now we are still ranging. And if we don't get a breakout in next few hours of today, means before today's daily closing, then we would see another week of range. And those who are scalp trader or day traders can also trade the range. You can either you can use these levels, or what you can use is just simply click on a parallel channel tool, place it high, take it there, and then place that low. You can see this is your high of the range, top of the range, whatever you want to say. This is low of the range, support of the range. This is the median line which you can use to take profit or take trades if you wanna be if you can stay active very much. And in this range, we also have our small range going on. If you see here, high, low, swing failure, and this is it. See, we still have the range going on. So depending on your own trading style, you can trade whatever you wanna. Personally, I'm waiting for price to come to this level 46,500, 46,700, and I would trade primarily based on the reaction we get from there. I'm not gonna preset my shots. I never preset my bids. Just wait for the reaction. If I miss the trade, I miss the trade. And one thing I wanna say is that if you see on the chart, let me turn on daily time frame. Let me just draw a random line here. You can see that I just placed it randomly, and it has, you can see that it acted as resistance here, acted as resistance here, acted as support here. If I do place it here, it acted as support here, resistance here, and resistance here. And now the question arises that each part of the chart has acted as a support or resistance multiple times. So how we can find those levels, or find the levels from where we would get the high probability trades? For that, I will tell you the most basic way of finding levels in next week's video, which would consist of the horizontal levels. So for that, stay tuned. And guys, do smash like to this video if you like it. Keep this mind in the keep the things I have shared with you in mind, and try to use these in your trading strategy. You will get these things a little weird in the first. You would get that the understanding the structure is little difficult in the starting, but as you will get used to it, you will get a clear understanding of those soon. Also, we have a falling wedge here in the daily time frame. I didn't pointed it out earlier because many were talking about it, but instead of falling wedge, I would take it as a falling channel, because you can see that this is not tight enough, and this can go towards 17 to 30 even without a breakout. So I would consider this as a falling channel. Plus, I don't look into the patterns much, so I'm not accounting this much. I am just focusing on the structure about how Bitcoin holds it in next few hours. Thank you for watching. Have a nice day, guys.